Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere, welcome. It is the one, the only Pig Trail Network. I am its host and creator, Tizel83. It is a Reaction Monday video. We're going to talk about the Arkansas-Texas basketball game just a little bit. Then we're going to also briefly talk about the game that happened Saturday night in Fayetteville, LSU coming into town and defeating Arkansas. So we're going to kind of briefly talk about those two games again. It's a reaction video. We're not going to go into, I'm kind of overdoing stats and everything. We're just going to talk about, kind of my reaction to those games and what I think moving forward. But of course, before we get into all that, if you guys would, at the end of the video, like, comment, share the content that you just watched, and don't forget to share the content. And of course, if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button and check out all the links down below in the description box. Let's talk about these two games that happened Friday and Saturday night really quick. As you can probably tell by now, I'm wearing the green Boston Celtics t-shirt with the green screen, with no animation, no graphics behind me. So, this room is so difficult to deal with the lighting. It's so small and it's hard to kind of even it all out. And I said, forget it. We're just, you know what? We may do this for the next several videos. We're just not going to do any graphics. But anyways, let's get to the important stuff. We'll start off with the football game. I'll say this: the first 2.5, 3 quarters, I don't know what this team's game plan was coming into this ball game. They looked so completely lost. Thank God LSU's offense is atrocious. They realistically should have hung 30-plus points on Arkansas, but they're just so limited on offense, which is still a surprise to me. I still don't understand how Orgeron has not been able to put together a decent offense while. Or at least when you consider the kind of talent that they have, how their offense hasn't lived up to that, to that level of talent that they recruit on both sides of the ball. But, they go out and they get big-time receivers and offensive linemen and running backs every year. Why don't they have a quarterback that they can rely on? It's so strange. They're one of those 4 teams in the SEC you just expect to finish with like a top 8, top 10 recruiting class year in and year out. But anyways, yeah, Arkansas's game plan, I don't know what it was. For 3 quarters, 2.5, 3 quarters, they looked absolutely lost. I just never felt like Arkansas had a shot, even though the game was close, even though they were within striking distance for most of the game. I never felt like this was ever going to be a game until that 4th quarter, until LSU fumbled and Arkansas managed to put some points up, and then all of a sudden it's a 24-17 ball game, and I'm thinking, wait a second, if they can put something together, they might actually tie this thing up, maybe put it in overtime and make it an even better game. A typical battle for the boot. Remember what we said in the last video? Anything can happen in this game. And I was surprised that they were able to keep it close and then to make it a pretty entertaining game. But no, I think again this was just kind of it was a game where it started out as kind of a head scratcher, and then you kind of walk away with, okay, well, you know what, LSU is, they're 8-2. I get it. Arkansas at least put up a decent game. They didn't get blown out. I think a lot of Hog fans are just happy they didn't get blown out. Could Arkansas, did they do enough to stay in the game? Or was it that LSU was just that bad on offense, or a little bit of both? I don't know. I think it was just a little bit of both. I still don't think they're going to win. I think they finished 2-10 on the season. It is what it is. Hopefully these recruits come in next year and they're able to make a splash. Hopefully Arkansas, I don't know. We're still waiting on this Kelly Bryant stuff, so a lot can happen between now and next fall, next football season. So you hope they make enough changes that they can, I don't know, put this thing together and put a decent product on the field, something they have not really been able to do. They've made improvements, but they just haven't put a decent product on the field all season long. And you hope that they do enough things in the offseason that they can that happens next year, that they're able to win some ball games, win the games they're supposed to win, and don't get blown out. That's what you hope, for year 2 under Chad Morris. But no, I still think they finished 2-10. So on to the basketball game Friday night when they took on Texas. Texas, who already played a game, they're 1-0. Now they're 2-0, obviously. But I got to say, I didn't get a chance to watch this game Friday night, but I got a chance to catch one half on Saturday and then another half on Sunday. And I got to say, I was pretty impressed. I thought Texas was going to walk all over Arkansas, and Arkansas actually had a couple opportunities to win this ball game. They got to get better at the free throw line. Holy cow, 54% is terrible. They shot 41% from the field, 36% from three-point land. Isaiah Joe's going to be a monster. If he and Gafford are let loose this season, it could be a pretty good year. Now I said I don't think they make a tournament. I don't think they make the tournament this year, and I still don't. I just think with all the new pieces and how young they are, even with Daniel Gafford. But like I said, anything is possible with a guy like Daniel Gafford. So if you've built a decent team around him, no matter how young, they could make it a run. But another factor is the SEC is as deep as it's ever been. This might be the best year that the SEC has had in a while. And when you talk about from top to bottom, they are pretty decked out this year. It's going to be tough. There's not going to be any easy games or easy weeks. And there's no doubt Arkansas's got a pretty challenging schedule. I think they'll probably get through their non-conference. I don't know. I don't have their schedule in front of me at the moment. But I think they'll impress. I think they'll turn heads, during the non-con games. But once they get into conference play, we'll have to wait and see. But I liked everything that I saw about this team. The way they looked against Texas. Gafford had a double-double. Isaiah Joe was 5 of 8 from three-point land. Jones was 2 of 6. There's no doubt they're going to try to take shots from deep. Maybe Harris shouldn't be shooting from three-point range. He was 0 for 5. I want to see this bench get more involved. We got to see some more production there. We got to see some more out of the bench. But again, this was game one, and we're actually talking about how impressed we were. Or how impressed I was against a quality opponent like Texas. So, yeah, they lost this thing in overtime and had opportunities to win it, had multiple opportunities to win this thing, and couldn't do it. But that's okay. They're young. You expect that to happen. Again, if they can kind of build off of this performance and continue to improve week to week, they could surprise a lot of people, myself included. Ted, thank you guys so much. We covered both football and basketball in this one. So, I hope you enjoyed the Reaction Monday video. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, share the content that you just watched. Of course, if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. We'll see you around again later on this week. You guys be good. Go Hawks.